today's game is from Visakhapatnam, and so far in this particular competition, West Indies won the first game and India then levelled the series. So as we see the toss here, there's all to play for. I think Keith Arthurton won the toss and decided to put India into bat, and here is today's West Indies side. Simmons, Williams, Brian Lara, Arthurton, Hooper, Holder, Brown, Cummings, the wicketkeeper, Junior Murray, Walsh and Cuffey. And as the teams take the pitch here, let's have a look at the Indian side. Sachin Tendulkar, Prabhakar, Sidhu, Azharuddin, the captain, Saad. Well, as we pick up play, there's been a late start to the game, which means that it will only be over 44 overs. We'll have 4 bowlers bowling 9 overs each, and 1 will bowl 8 overs. Players are in.
So there are the first runs of the match. Cameron Cuffey after it, and takes a very bad tumble. The chase was desperate.
Yes, Jadeja loved the ball being pitched up to him on the middle and off. We've seen that, and it's a tough job out there with the holding so close to the boundary line. And though Brown got his fingertips to it, wasn't able to stop it.
That'll go all the way this time. No need for Cuffey to chase it. Tendulkar really punching that ball down the ground for 4.
He is punished, and of course he has the genius to find the gaps. Hit it perfectly straight with a straight bat. Not much of a follow through, but look at the power behind that shot.
Oh, beautifully placed and timed. Just pushed it before. That's a lovely stroke by Jadeja.
It also goes to show how good this wicket is on the up. And Jadeja playing it on the up. Barrington down. By West Indian standards, not a tall man. The taller people, you're worried about getting onto the front foot because they might have that extra bounce. But although the ball is short of a leg, Jadeja is on the front very well.
Well, the runs are flowing. Flicked away off the leg, so 9 runs already in the over.
Well, the man in form, once again, a little lapse in the direction on the leg stump. And Tendulkar onto it in a flash.
And 7 overs gone, it's 30. Well, that's 4 runs. I rather suspect that Jadeja is getting confidence from batting with Tendulkar in such good form as well. A lot of bottom hands in that shot, whipping it round.
Well, Cummins started with a bad ball, and that's 2 in a row. Indian batsmen are very strong on the onside. In the air for quite some time, but no fielder anywhere near to that. That's 4 more. 2 4s in a row.
One-day internationals, over 2,500 runs now. I thought his average might have been a little higher than that. 33.9. It's the average of a mere mortal, and Tendulkar possibly a little better than that. A big appeal and given out. Jadeja caught by Junior Murray off the bowling of Anderson Cummins. No motion to move, and the umpire gave it. Worth having another look at that.
Well, Cummings producing the ball that leaves the right hand. Excellent delivery. Very difficult to say from that shot if the ball did hit the bat. It looked pretty close. It was very difficult to say from that shot. This should give you a better idea of what happened. Yes, I think you can definitely see there that there was an edge.
The fall of Jadeja has brought in Navjot Sidhu. As you can see, just completed 3,000 runs and still an outstanding batting average. Lovely shot by Tendulkar. He really plays them so well when he's hitting them straight back past the bowler. Sign of a batsman in total command. And once again, the ball is past the infield. 4 runs past cover.
Sidhu playing an excellent shot there. From that picture, you could see that it wasn't a half volley. And again, from that picture, you can see that it's not a half volley, but he played beautifully through the line.
And once again, not too far from Brian Lara there in the covers. Keith Atherton, rather. Sidhu crashes that ball past point. He really loves to play the shot. And when he plays it, he clobbers the ball rather than caresses it.
Much width there by Phil Simmons.
One away from yet another half century. It's been a quite remarkable season for Tendulkar. He got a duck in. And now he's moved on to his 4th half century in his last 5 innings.
And by his standards, it's been a watchful innings. A slow innings because he has always scored at a run of ball. But over here, Ajay Jadeja got off to a better start than Sachin, and Sachin, with the cricketing brain that he has, decided to play second fiddle.
Nothing wrong with Sidhu.
As you can see from that stump vision camera, that ball was too well pitched up. There's nobody out at long on or long off, and Sidhu taking full advantage of that.
Carl Hooper to continue. 3 overs costing just the 7 runs. He's been fairly influential in just pulling back the Indian scoring rate, but he won't be if he gives full tosses like that. Stuart Williams, the fielder. High in the air, and the catch taken. Anderson Cummins. This is what happened.
As we all know, when you are away from the strike, when you do get the strike, you tend to play a few shots and take a few more chances than you would take normally. But this is a very good catch here again by Andy Cummins, keeping his eyes on the ball, catching the ball very high indeed. If it had bounced out, he would have had a second chance to take another grab. India now 137 for 2.
Azharuddin really in magical form at the moment. Gone past. That could well be Sidhu's 50. 49-50. 52 in fact. And 66 deliveries is taken to get there. Hit 5 fours. It's fair to say that not many of the Indian batsmen have found it that easy facing Courtney Walsh throughout the series. But then he hasn't often put it down there.
Azharuddin flicks the first ball of the new over and just crossed the line down there for 4.
Yes, he's in form. And look at the way he's placed it.
Sidhu's gone in for the big one. He's cleared the line. Six to Sidhu.
Didn't quite get it in the middle of the bat, but it doesn't matter because he's hitting it well.
13 of this over so far. And that's going for some more. Now gone for 46 runs from his 7 overs. So after a slightly slow start, Sidhu is certainly piling it on at the moment. Almost run a ball. Sidhu's been limping just a bit. Ali Rani going to run out to take a look at what's wrong with Sidhu, and that won't help the West Indies either in terms of time. He's gone for the big one. And he's just running back for the second. Certainly ran quickly enough to take advantage of that slight misfield. Won't help his cause if he wants a runner very much, Sunil. I tell you, if I was Courtney Walsh, I'd wonder how Sidhu took that second run as quickly as he did. Certainly slashed at that one. He's going to get 4 runs that started outside the off stump. And Barrington Brown's troubles have continued too. Certainly turning back quickly enough. It's a good ball. Certainly fired in at the right length. And that could be great news for him. He's just seen the ball go right through the field of a 4. A good ball. This pitch at the
He's got another victim there. Look at the way the ball's bouncing.
He's found the gap for 4. In fact, for 6. So that's 100 for Sidhu. His 5th Test century. And look at the delight. The very expressive person, and isn't he delighted?
And what a way to get your 100. Tremendous shot by Sidhu. 100 of 92 deliveries. And look at the way he's just picked it very well. He's not very mobile. He's got a pulled muscle, but he's timed it so well.
The scheduled close for the West Indies innings was 28 minutes past 1. And Courtney Walsh has picked up another amazing catch on the edge of the circle there at mid-wicket. For a minute it looked that the ball had passed him.
Yes, this is one of the few uncricketing shots that Azharuddin has played. And he's paid the penalty for it. He's played authentic cricketing shots and kept the scoreboard ticking for his team. But he paid the price for that aggregate.
Fresh from that amazing innings at Calcutta. Coming into bat with an excellent batting average, 41.5. Seems to be going up all the time. The reason is... And Sidhu's getting runs from just about anywhere. It doesn't matter at all. He's got 4 more. Certainly not where he wanted that one to go. Kamli gets into...
It brings you down to earth very quickly. And calmly after that tremendous effort in the finals of the World Series, slashing that one straight to the fielder at backward point, Keith Atherton.
So end of the innings for Vinod Kamli. Just the 1 ball out. Manoj Prabhakar back in the Indian side, swapping places with Jadeja. So last ball coming up. And Sidhu in a lot of pain, as you can see, just tapping the ball for a single. So in the end, another excellent batting display. At the end of 44 overs, India 260 for 4. The West Indies, remember, have scored 261 from 43 overs.
Hello, welcome back to Visakhapatnam for this Pepsi One-Day International after a torrid morning for the West Indian attack. India going on to 260 for 4 of their 44 overs. The West Indies have only got 43 overs in reply because they've had 1 over deducted because of their over rate. So let's find out how they go about it. They need to score at over 6 and over. To find out how they do, let's join Tony Cozier.
He's got it through. Go all the way for 4. So we've had 3 boundaries so far in this West Indies innings. And Simmons very powerful off the back foot. Nice even bounce, nice pace coming onto the bat. And 4 runs, just finding the gap in the field. Williams on his first tour. The West Indies are now hunting around for replacement for Desmond Haynes.
Oh. An amazing catch by that man out there.
Certainly was a good shot by Stuart Williams. That left leg coming right down the pitch. And well, it's a pity he's beyond the Pepsi sign.
4 more for Stuart Williams, who's taking the opportunity while the fielders are restricted. They've got to stay in the circle until...
Very good pitch for batting. The ball coming onto the bat. Again, that wasn't a half volley by any means. But Stuart Williams just playing through the line.
Imperious. On today. Pure Caribbean. Good response from Williams. Ten overs bowled, 50 without loss.
Able to find the right line and length, and of course Williams and Simmons pose different problems because of their height.
Well, very clear about what he wanted out of that shot. Williams quickly shortening the length, jumping onto the back foot very quickly indeed, and then pulling that ball around.
In form, he makes just an initial movement across the wicket, waits then for the ball to be delivered, and then moves either back or forward.
But down the wicket on that one. Don't think he quite timed the ball as well as he would have liked to. Went for 4, he charged down, long way down the wicket.
West Indians at the drinks interval rethought their strategy, and with Kumble bowling his first over so well, they have decided that they have to go after the bowling at the other end, and poor Venkatesh Prasad therefore is bearing the brunt of it.
Certainly a very good knock here by Stuart Williams. As you can see, they've only faced 55 balls so far.
That ball is certainly kept very, very low. The loud shout for a run out, and there's a third umpire being called into action by Professor Sharma. And look at the agony on Williams' face, making a desperate attempt to get there.
Late, Stuart Williams respond late, and well, it's going to be very interesting to have a look at this. Well, he's out a long way.
Yes, he is, and I'm afraid that's bad news for Williams.
As we said before, that certainly wasn't a run. There was no run there. And Williams, unfortunately, has to go. That's the red light, which means out.
Well, he's having to ask his partner if that was out, and his partner has had to give him the bad news. I'm afraid that is the end of what, to my mind, has been a very good innings at the top of the order for the West Indies.
There's definitely no doubt about that. As a road in the fielder, the stumps are broken, and that bat is a full meter outside the crease. So Williams departs. West Indies now 87 for 1.
So Brian Lara is the new man in. Certainly, he couldn't ask for a better wicket than this one to score runs and add to that already hugely impressive record, which we've never tired of telling you on this telecast. It's really up to him to get it all going for the West Indies.
And that's gone away for 4. Very difficult for the fielder out there to pick it up. We've seen it more than once during the course of the day, where a fielder on that boundary just has not moved because he hasn't seen the ball against the background.
I saw it happen quite a few times when the West Indies were fielding, and now it has happened again. Prasad, who is the man that has been placed out on that point boundary, just didn't quite see it.
Well, that's a mighty hit. That's gone way out of the ground. That is a power hit by Phil Simmons. He really has put everything into it.
Yes, Tendulkar can't afford to blow slow deliveries and pitch them up as close to the batsman as that on this surface. But Simmons is on 49. Just one for that half century.
That's his 50. Well played, Phil Simmons. He's offering the second run. Lara suggested the second, but Simmons not coming for it. He has the strike. He's 50. 15th in one-day internationals. Been a very responsible innings by Phil Simmons. And now he's just giving himself the start here where he can help guide the West Indies even further on. They're 134 for 1.
Delicate little touch by Lara. Incredible that he got as much run on the ball as that, and it goes for 4. Vinod Kambli trying to drag it back. I think in the end he kicked it over the line himself. Hold him. Tendulkar strikes again. And that's exactly how he did it.
Well, the golden boy with the wonder arm or the wonder boy with the golden arm. Whatever, Sachin Tendulkar has once again justified the faith Mohammad Azharuddin has in him by getting the crucial wicket of Phil Simmons, getting the ball to duck back in ever so little between the bat and pad. And Simmons is gone. West Indies 146 for 2.
His wicket. Even the ball boys having trouble with the...
Well, he's picked that gap up so well. There is a fielder at deep mid-wicket and there's a fielder at deep square. But Carl Hooper has hit the ball right between those two fielders.
There haven't been too many tight finishes in this series of matches that the two sides have played against one another. Very easy 4 runs for Carl Hooper.
Well, once again, Carl Hooper picking the spot and then just going and hitting exactly where he picked the spot. And only when a batsman is in the kind of form Carl Hooper is in, that he can do that.
Well, Raju, it's something to think about.
People to dive or slide.
Well, he's gone for the big one. That's an ugly shot. With a man under it, he's taken it, Raju. And that's one wicket the West Indies didn't want to lose.
And Manoj going wide of the wicket and bowling that slower one in certainly deceived Lara into going for a shot over mid-wicket. He only top-edged it. And Venkatpati Raju making up for that expensive over with that catch. West Indians have lost Lara, and they're 179 for 3.
And the man who's come in at the fall of Lara's wicket is Keith Atherton. Bit of a mixed tour so far. He's played some crucial innings, most notably at Kanpur in the crucial game against India, where he scored 72 from just 63 balls and helped his team add 89 in the last 10 overs. That's what they need now. Atherton, I'm afraid, is not quite getting hold of the ball, but he's still managing to hit it past the line. He came down the wicket to this one and really crashed at that, but he's still got 4.
And still, as you said, Harsha, not very well timed at all. That ball peeling off the outer half of the bat.
And he's gone for a good catch by Azharuddin. Lara slashed at that, really like a knife going through fruit. Atherton rather, and put it straight down to the fielder. So the West Indies have lost a wicket. Always on the cards, I guess, when you've got to go after every ball, but this is one they didn't want to lose at this stage.
And as usual, that man Azharuddin being involved. Full toss, sliced away on the offside. Azharuddin taking a very good catch. So West Indies lose the services of Keith Atherton. They are now 203 for 4.
Well, Michael, Andy Cummins seems to be getting quite familiar with the number 6 slot. He seems to be coming in this kind of situation virtually every time. Bit of a demand on him, but I think all he's got to do now is to get Carl Hooper back as quickly as possible to the strike. Tremendous blow by Carl Hooper. The West Indies needs more of those at the moment. The danger, of course, when Prabhakar is pitching it up is that if he pitches you marginally shorter, loses just a bit of control. That's what we're going to see.
Well, that was a bad ball from Prabhakar. That wasn't marginally short. That was a ball that was of length. And that is not very bowling at this stage of the game.
Whipped away by Carl Hooper. This is the over the West Indies are waiting for a long time, I'm sure. 10 of the first 2. And Prabhakar has erred in length twice.
Well, on this occasion, he has tried to go right up on Carl Hooper, coming inside his stumps there and flicking away on the onside. There's no fine leg at the moment for Prabhakar, because he had been bowling right up to the bat, so they had to drop the mid-on and the mid-off right back to long-on and long-off. So there's no fine leg. The man that's used to be at fine leg is inside the circle at short fine leg.
Well, they're going for the second. They'll have to hurry, and he's given him out. There never really was a second run on that one because Kamble had already gathered the ball down there at long off, and the West Indies have sacrificed Andy Cummins.
Right. Sacrifice is right. There certainly was not 2 runs there at any stage. Ball didn't go a long way away from Kamble. Turn around, picked it up, and then he back the ball properly. That's who he was going to be. Once he's out a long way, he was going to be out, and out a long way.
So West Indies losing their 5th wicket at 216. Cummins run out for just 2. Four more to Carl Hooper. Not too far from the fielder there at fine leg, but it's the end that matters.
That was in the air, a full toss again. That man inside the circle, Srinath, because there's no fine leg. Just evading him and 4 more.
West Indies might have lost a wicket, but they've got 16 from the over so far. They needed 11. They've got a bit of an insurance for the next one. And he's gone. You can't keep Azharuddin out of the picture. He went for the shot. Prabhakar gets another wicket. I'm afraid this is not the best cricket from the West Indies. They've got 16 of the over. Really
very good. So Roland Hole of the parts is 221 for 6.
So Courtney involves at highest 30 at Calcutta. Totally entertaining innings, but he's got to do a little more than that today. Needs to stay with Hooper while important runs are needed. Cometh the hour, cometh the man, they say. Courtney will just come out ahead of Junior Murray. Very interesting. This boundary is much smaller than the one at the Eden Gardens, where he hit 3 out of the park, as you say. He's got a slightly quicker man. And that's exactly what Carl Hooper wanted. He wanted it pitched up nicely on the to pick the gap. It's Carl Hooper. Excellent innings.
.50 to his name, but I don't think Carl Hooper would be thinking about that really, although it came that quickly off 33 balls. He must be pleased, but I don't think he'll be thinking about that at all. His sights well set on the target of 261 runs, and unless he gets there, he won't be satisfied.
He's bowled him. Top flight bowling by Combe. Knew exactly what the batsman was attempting and gave him the perfect delivery.
That's the right type of bowling at this stage of the game. Right up in the block hole, right in line with the stumps. If the batsman misses, you have got to hit. You can't afford to give him 2 bites at the cherry. You've got to be going back to the pavilion if he misses. It's 231 for 7.
Junior Murray would have preferred to have had a somewhat less tense situation for his first innings of the tour. And Visakhapatnam emulating what they would have seen on their TV screens on Saturday night. Eden Gardens. That's a huge one. That's gone for 6. Mighty. That is an exceptional blow by Carl Hooper. It's gone all the way up among the crowd in the top tier of that stand. That is a huge blow.
And that happens when you're trying to get right up in the block hole, and
sun just setting there in the west, and there's a little bit of overcast in front of it, so the light isn't as it was early in the day. But Carl Hooper is seeing this ball pretty big now, and the West Indies are fully dependent on him. 12 balls remaining. Here's Srinath with over number 42. He's got that one away. That's 4. He's reduced that the only way the West Indies can win this match now is for Carl Hooper to hit a 6 and a 4, or for Manoj Prabhakar to risk being lynched by this crowd and deliver a no ball on the wide. That's it. India will win the game. Just the one ball left for this match. And there's no stroke in cricket yet decreed legal by the International Cricket Council that can earn a 7. Of course, there is the possibility. Here it is. He doesn't. India win the match and go into a 2-1 lead in the Pepsi series. But what an exciting game we have had. And in the end, that 1 over that the West Indies had deducted from their allotment of 44 because of the slowness of the over rate has virtually cost them the match.